Fox 7's Greg Waite has been working to get them answers, and tonight he joins us with some good news.
Well, it's taken a few months, but tonight we do know that the state is further investigating this billing fiasco. The Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission sent this letter to the Hanover Group detailing the problems being voiced. In it, the IURC says there are no administrative rules governing water submetering, but based on the complaints, they feel some of the billing practices being used are not compliant with Indiana state law. For months now, residents living on properties owned by the Hanover Group have complained about their water bills.
Hey, you pay to move. That's the only thing you can do.
And I said, oh goodness, something's really, really wrong. And apparently by the time I called the park, they'd had many, many phone calls.
Since our reports first aired, many former and current residents are now coming forward saying this problem has been going on for years and nothing's ever been done about it. Knowing that, I placed a call to the Indiana Utilities Regulatory Commission and asked what could be done. After several weeks of legwork, the IURC started logging complaints from those residents and says based on those complaints, they've sent a letter to Hanover. In it, the IURC General Counsel Chris Wheeler says the IURC believes owners and landlords may submeter water service without becoming a public utility subject to regulation, but they must meet certain conditions under Indiana state law. Those conditions include not reselling water for any amount over what it's billed from the provider. Each unit on the property must be metered and can only be billed for the water they use. And the IURC recommends water charges be separate from rent statements to help further detail usage amounts each month to eliminate any confusion. IURC says Hanover has 30 days to respond to the letter, and they tell me in most situations changes are usually made thereafter. If there's no response, the IURC does have the power to further investigate concerns and take action. Now, we did try to contact the Hanover Group numerous times, and we've been unsuccessful. So now we know the state is investigating, and hopefully we will get what the residents want, fair billing.
All right, good work. Thanks, Greg.
Police say they've uncovered even more missing money this time around.
Fox 7's Greg Waite broke the story tonight at 6. And so, Greg, how much more money are we talking about now?
Well, $9,000, and this does not include the $4,500 that was reported missing back in April. And it was a tip that led us to question Downtown Evansville Incorporated about the possibility of more missing money. On Friday, DEI's Director Jeff Lake would not confirm or deny anything, but this afternoon, Evansville police confirmed through their investigation more money is gone and say there is a person of interest.
Well, it looks like from the audit that was done that we're looking at approximately $9,000 more that is missing from Downtown Evansville, Inc.
Funds that have vanished for the second time this year. Back in April, $4,500 turned up missing. Now another $9,000 is gone.
Mr. Lake came down and filed a police report. That's when we wanted to do a complete audit and see if we were talking about more than what the original amount was. And as a result of that, we did find that there was more.
An audit the mayor's office demanded to ensure no misuse of taxpayer dollar was happening. Current and former employees at DEI tell Fox 7 that it's a former employee who's behind the theft, but police cannot say who their person of interest is until a criminal affidavit is filed.
From what we have in the investigation right now, we anticipate that we will be sending a file to the prosecutor's office for them to review and decide if they want to pursue criminal charges.
Now, this afternoon, Mayor Jonathan Weinzapfel's office said they want assurances the public money used to fund DEI is still intact. They also gave us this breakdown of how Downtown Evansville Incorporated makes its money. $140,000 comes from membership dues, $75,000 from the city, which equals taxpayer dollars, $61,000 from corporate sponsors like Casino Astar and Fifth Third Bank, and the other $100,000 comes from events and other income. So only a portion of DEI's budget comes from taxpayer dollar. Jeff Lake told me earlier today they are cooperating with police and with a local accounting firm to continue the audit. As for the person of interest, we'll know later this month whether or not that person actually is a former employee or not.
Greg, do you think the audit will turn up further discrepancies?
Well, probably not, because police say they did a thorough job going through this one, but the company is working with a local auditing firm now. They're going to continue to comb through records, but as for any other wrongdoings, probably nothing else will come forward.
All right, Greg, thanks.
But got nowhere.
Well, that's when they called Fox 7's Greg Waite to help them get their problem solved.
Well, it's hard to imagine living in or next to raw sewage. The sight or smell could just be unbearable. But soon the sewage could be cleaned up or the county will impose harsher penalties. The house in question is a rental property that has been unkept, but it's also had 5 different owners in the past 3 years. So who's responsible?
It's raw sewage in the backyard, and it stinks.
A not-so-fresh problem Judy Walden has lived next to for months.
We was hoping it'd be fixed by now. I have 9 grandkids, and I am not letting my grandkids outside over this because I don't want them sick.
So we took the neighbors' concerns to the city to show them exactly what is happening. Take a look for yourself. Raw sewage, toilet paper, all backing up, a problem neighbors say has been going on for more than 4 months. Within 30 minutes of our call, the Water and Sewer Department was on scene investigating the problem. They determined the main line was okay, and the actual problem lies on the property owner's private sewer line.
Oh, why hasn't the landlord done something? I mean, I know the city had to contact him and tell him what's going on, and it started out small, and now it's all the way across the back of the house.
7 on Your Side tried contacting the property's owner, Jeff Miller, unsuccessfully. The home's current tenant tells me he is aware of the situation and does plan to try and correct it.
I hope by calling you that the landlord or the city will back us up and get something done or have somebody come out here and fix it.
Now, the Vanderburgh County Health Department tells me that citations will be mailed tomorrow to Jeff Miller and the other property owners still on the record for not cleaning up the property 3 months ago. And if the problem is not resolved, then the county can take other action. The bottom line is no one can live in a situation where raw sewage is because of the health issues. So Judy did the best thing by alerting the city. And, you know, it's sad to say that we had to get involved, but at least the problem will be solved in the next couple of days.
Can't imagine living with that.
Yeah, especially for all the kids
Yes.
who live in and around the area.
It was unbearable.
Good work,
Thanks,
Greg.
Greg.
Thanks.